and decision fatigue. Okay? Decision fatigue, analysis paralysis, and we're spending so much time making decisions and expending a lot of like willpower, life force energy, just your ability to be disciplined, focused, all that. We are expending all of that energy into just making decisions, when really we end up then just saying, forget it. Like, let me know if you've gone through that before, where you're like, okay, I have all these things to do, and then there's all these different ways you can do it, and there's all these different methods that you can take, but you just like get so overwhelmed that you're like, just forget it. Like, I'll start tomorrow, right? And then we get overwhelmed. Okay? So let me know in the comments if you have gone through this, if you've experienced this. But I'm not going to be on here for too long, but I wanted to give you a quick tip on how to get over analysis paralysis, decision fatigue, and it really comes down to getting organized. And I'm telling you, your life will change. Letting perfection in the way. Exactly. The perfection. Like, you want to make it so perfect that you just never really decide to just like release it or post it or start the business or share it or sell it or whatever, because it's like there's just so much decision fatigue around it. And then we go back and we're like, okay, we'll start next week, we'll start next month, we'll start next year. And it's like, how many things have you, like, let's really be honest, like look at 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. So the last 4 years. Is there something that you just still have not done in those 4 years? More than likely. I think we're all human. We all have maybe a solid few things, like one or two big things that we've said we want to keep doing and we just like haven't done it. And so for me, it was like starting a YouTube channel. I was like, when do I start it? How do I start it? What do I talk about? I don't have the camera equipment. And I just was like, I don't care. I'm just going to go on it, right? Like, just press live on YouTube. Like, I just stopped with the analysis paralysis. So it took me a long time to just do that. And granted, I don't get millions of views, but I was able to just get over that decision fatigue. So now I don't even think about it. Now, every time I'm in the car, anytime I'm just trying to, let the energy from my pre-workouts and stuff like hit me, I'll just like, oh, well, why don't I just do a 10-minute video right now while I'm in the moment, actually living out what I talk about, which is health, fitness, actually showing up to the gym, nailing out your, going after your goals. So why don't I just do that in the moment? I don't have to like have this whole camera set up. So, I'm sure we all have a version of that going on in our life, even when it comes to food. Well, I'm hungry. What am I going to eat? What am I craving? And it's like, if we're basing everything off of cravings, like we should be basing it off of nourishment. We should be basing our fitness goals off of having our living in a strong, healthy body, and from eating a nourishing, nutritious diet and having the goal of having a strong, fit body and a strong heart, then you get the aesthetic look later, right? Like people are starting to say, oh wow, you look like you're losing some weight. Oh wow, you seem like you have a lot of natural energy. You haven't been drinking coffee. So yeah, so I just wanted to get on here and just say, if you are suffering from analysis paralysis, decision fatigue, make sure you are taking at least 10 to 15 minutes out for yourself every single week. So you could pick Monday, Tuesday, whatever. I do Sunday. And I just sit there. I'll maybe have some like piano music, like concentration music playing on it or going on in the background. No phones, no Netflix playing in the background, just like me and my thoughts. And I have my calendar and I write out what my plans are for the week. What I want to, like, all I want to accomplish with work, fitness, food, whatever, right? Other random miscellaneous like errands and things like that. And I look at the whole week. So that way when each day comes, I'm not like having decision fatigue or analysis paralysis. Like, oh my gosh, there's all these things I want to do. I said I wanted to work out 4 times a week, but it's already Thursday. Oh great, I'll just start next week. No, like, take the time to get organized. Take the time to think these things through. Take the time to build trust with yourself. Because a lot of times too, what's happening is we aren't actually getting organized, and then we don't follow through with our goals or with whatever they are. And then we end up doing self-sabotage later because we just like don't really trust ourselves, or we don't really feel like we deserve to have a healthy, fit body. It's like, oh, forget it. I just know I'm not going to do it anyway. I know I'm going to give in to the pizza anyway. I know I'm going to just not really work out that heavy. I know I'm not going to actually get up early and do my workout. I know. And it's like, no, why don't we switch that? Okay. Why don't we switch that? And why don't we focus on what we can do to just eliminate like the chatter with like making the decision to actually just do something. Okay. So if it's a Sunday, I like Sundays. Even if you do Sunday fun day and turn up on Sundays, that's fine. But at least in the morning time, take 10 to 15 minutes out for yourself and write down either in your notes section, a digital calendar or a manual calendar. I think that there's power in writing, but that's just me. But take the time to write out your goals. And then look at like why you didn't hit those goals the week before. And then you can implement, okay, so I just wasn't getting enough sleep. So this week I'm going to really make sure I get enough sleep. So that way, okay, why didn't I get enough sleep? Oh, I was on my phone. Okay, so I'm going to shut the phone down after 9 p.m., no phone. So that way I can fall asleep by 10 p.m. or whatever it is for you, right? Like if you have problems sleeping these days, I guarantee if you just shut your phone off an hour before you typically go to sleep, 9 times out of 10, you'll probably get a lot better sleep. We're not supposed to be falling asleep with like this blue light. So there's all these things like our environment has added to our, like enhanced our life with AI, artificial intelligence, obviously the internet, all these different apps that help us do all these different things, wearable tech, right? Wearable tech that helps us like monitor our heart rate and things like that. But then there's so many options. So then we have decision fatigue and then we just end up not doing any of it. So just, again, to get in front of that, take no technology, just you. And again, that's why I would actually rather, even if you do like technology later, like after you write down, just take just you, a piece of paper and a pen, and just for 10, 15 minutes, write out your week, write out your goals, and just really be immersed in that moment and really figure out, okay, what do I want to do? How am I going to do it? What foods do I want to eat this week? What workouts do I want to do? Okay, I have a problem with figuring out what workouts I want to do. Let me go to this fitness page and write out the different workouts. Like it may end up turning into an hour. And then if you want to write, translate all that into your calendar, or you might want to just take a photo of it and then have it pop up every day on like, okay, this is my week schedule. Whatever you want to do that works for you, but just take 20 to 30 minutes. I keep saying 10, but really you're worth 30 minutes of your time with no technology, only concentration music, like very clean music that's not going to make you like, oh, I'm ready to turn up later. Forget this. No, like just piano music, concentration music, and just you and a pen and get organized. And I guarantee you will start having less decision fatigue. Like a lot of the millionaires and billionaires, not to say that everyone even cares to be a billionaire, but success leaves clues. They always talk about how very highly successful people, they don't spend a lot of time making a lot of like miscellaneous decisions. Like they just already know what they're going to wear. They already know what they're going to eat. They already know, like they have a very tight ritual. And then so that way they have the brain power to spend on other bigger picture things, right? Like, why would Warren Buffett, like, he doesn't have time to think about, what am I going to wear today? Okay. And then 8 minutes later, he's like finally deciding on the suit that he's going to wear for the day. Right? So we're not all trying to be Warren Buffett. I'm just saying at the end of the day, like you have to get in front of why you're being indecisive, why you're not able to make decisions, why you're overthinking. You might have too many options. You might need to delete some of the apps on your phone. You might need to why do you have 7 different types of delivery services? Why don't you just have one? Like, why do you have, why do you, like, at the end of the day, a squat is a squat. Like, just pick 1 or 2 fitness, people that you love and just follow their schedules. Like, follow what they do for their fitness. Don't follow 10 different ones. Like because it's like, it's taking too much of your brain power. And then all of a sudden 3 hours goes by and you haven't even just made the decision. So that comes back to reflecting. So yeah, guys, I just want to get on here and talk about that really quick. Again, I told you guys I'm going to hop on and start talking about these kinds of things behind like health and fitness, because it's nice to like see clips and highlights of like different workouts that work great for other people, but there's like real life happening, and there's things that are going on that we have to dive into and see why we're not even able to do the workouts that we're seeing. We're like, oh man, I really wish I had that body, or I really wish I could do those workouts. But like what we really should be doing is like figuring out how to actually implement that, or actually like putting the phone down and going and doing, experimenting and trying out the workouts, right? So this is going to be the year of being realistic, putting things into action, and not just like I don't know if it's because of the pandemic that we got so used to just like being comfortable staring at the internet all day, because that's really all that we could do. And that was like our way of communicating with the outside world. But I think it like left an imprint on us with like just actually now executing. Some people have nailed it and became millionaires in during the pandemic, but like some people just really got like even lazier. So if you're one of those people, be honest with yourself and do what you have to do. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get it in over at the gym. Definitely follow me, send my page to anyone that you feel like may help. I'm going to post more of these lives, and I should be able to post these lives to my actual page, so check out that. But yes, hopefully you guys have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.